it up so that people could see what this says. This is the back of the postcard. This is the barbecue we had last night. My picture is to the left with the arrow over your son, Joe. Which we can't see the arrow in this photograph. I think it's right here, though. It's like a smudge. And I think that's him. So he said that to somebody.
Wow.
And then, I don't know if you already took this one, but this little girl's face is so impactful to me because, you know, we teach hate, we teach racism. You know, and if this is the norm of your life, and how old are you now? And how many generations have come through you now? And there's her picture again.
Yeah, this is the one here.
Yeah. And that was at a family gathering.
The unthinkable. Welcome to America. And we move on to the last.
The last two sections these are mob scenes. This picture is really impactful too because as many as 20,000 people would show up to what they call the lynching festival.
Come on.
And what you see here is the outline of the tree and the body and the noose. And what this is a sea of bodies to see one man lynched.
And this is an actual photograph?
Yes, it is. That was a murder festival.
Wow.
And you can see the large crowds that would gather, you know. And if you notice, it's hard to see on this photograph, but there's someone hanging here, and then there's somebody leaning in the tree holding the dead body.
Wow.
You know, and again, people
It's like it's sport.
It was sport. It was entertainment. It was what you did at a family picnic. You know, people could be lynched from anywhere. You see how many people are up there? And that is a woman and her son being lynched off a bridge.
Wow.
And then this is the murder of Zachariah Walker in 1911. And then this is the family group. This is the day after, and they were hunting for souvenirs.
Wow.
And this is...
Now, what would be souvenirs? You say souvenirs.
Toes, hair, fingernails, fingers, body parts of any kind. And the kids are
What would
hunting.
they do with these souvenirs?
They would keep them. They would keep them. You know?
Wow, it looks like an Easter egg hunt.
Exactly. Exactly. It was the entertainment. And then that is the remains of Zachariah Walker in that little box. They don't look human.
This is insane.
And then this is just another crowd gathering for lynching.
What do you feel like this teaches us about America and American history?
Well, I think that there's a lot that gets unspoken and unsaid, and that this is a way to bring all of that to light. You know, it is our history. What needs to happen is it needs to be dealt with. It needs to be spoken about in order for any change to occur, is how I feel about it. You know, and that this is, you know, my contribution to that.
What type of legacy do you feel this leaves for future generations?
Well, I think that if we can bring it to the light of day, if we can talk about it, if we can speak about it, if we can have that be a part of the education of our children, then they can learn to do differently, you know. Not a lot has changed, unfortunately. You know, people may not be lynched, but they're dragged behind trucks, you know. And then these are pictures of different KKK rallies, different things, cross burnings. This is actually in Washington, D.C., and if this picture were bigger, you would be able to see the White House in the background.
Is that so?
Right, and this is, you know, during the KKK's heyday, you know, after this point in history, which was 1925, they really started to decline somewhat. And then they did come back into force later on, but it's a different Klan than the original Klan. And then these are posters that were put up, you know, around trying to get membership and things like that. And this is kind of like a membership application for the Klan.
Oh, you can join?
Mm-hmm. And this...
The Klan rides again, huh?
And this picture here are two women, as they're getting ready to go into the den. And what strikes me is, that she's wearing her I just came from church on Sunday shoes. And the lady behind her is fixing her hat and her hair.
Wow.
As she walks into the den. This was an everyday occurrence. Wasn't any different than, Boy Scouts or a church meeting or whatever.
Wow.
And then this is at a rally for rights for hotel workers. And the Klan showed up to protest that.
Yeah, rights. We can't have those, right?
Exactly.
Can't go for that.
For better pay. And this is 1983, and it's an unidentified man shouting at the Klan. This is in Miami, Florida, in 1983, at a Klan rally.
Do you have any parting words for us, dear sister?
Well, what I would say is that, please come and see this, because this is a part of all of our history, and in order to make some changes, we have to be aware, and that's what this is about, We need to teach the correct versions of U.S. history, and you need to learn about things in order to not repeat them and to promote change.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.